What's going on, guys? Jackson here from Vendetta Sports Media, and thanks for watching this episode of our 2022 NBA offseason guide for all of the NBA teams. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a new episode drops. Also, check the link down in the description below. There you can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and also our TikTok. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies now own the blueprint on how to rebuild a roster. What was supposed to be year 3 of the rebuild turned into making it all the way into the second round of the playoffs. Not bad for the second youngest team in the NBA. But the crazy thing is, this team has the opportunity to get better. They've got the players and draft capital for a big trade. The real question for Memphis this offseason is, do they make a move or do they try and run it back? The way the roster is currently composed enhances the strength of each player. Ja Morant is a blossoming superstar who can attack the paint and make insane passes. Jaren Jackson Jr. might have a Defensive Player of the Year in his future if he can stay out of foul trouble. And Desmond Bane looks like he could be a legitimate second option on offense. The other small pieces all fit within the puzzle as well. Ja missed almost 30 games this season, but the Grizzlies still found a way to win 20 plus of those games, including a 73-point win against the Oklahoma City Thunder and a blowout win against the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs. General Manager Zach Kleiman, and let us not forget Tayshaun Prince, who has had a massive role in the front office, deserve all the credit in the world for the quick turnaround. As does young head coach Taylor Jenkins, who makes his fair amount of mistakes as a young head coach. He's learning with the rest of them, but I think Memphis has a good coach on their hands. But there are some weaknesses about this team that were exposed in the playoffs. Steven Adams was unplayable against the Timberwolves. When games are close and Ja's not present, there really isn't anyone who can just go get a bucket to close out the game. As much as their youth was a strength, so too was it a weakness as it pertains to experience late in playoff games. But the calmness and experience of those situations comes with the exposure to those situations. And the Grizzlies got a lot of exposure this season and can build upon it moving forward. As I've previously stated, the Grizzlies have the ammo to get better. A hot trade commodity to potentially be moved is Dillon Brooks. Brooks and Grizz fandom have a complicated relationship. If he plays within himself, he's an amazing asset for a team trying to win a championship. If he tries to do too much, he will personally shoot your team out of critical games. But there is enough to like about him that the Grizzlies could keep him and his team-friendly deal, or have other teams interested in him in a potential splash deal. If Brooks was to be put on the move, a sign and trade for a player like Zach LaVine would be a massive trade for Memphis. Ja would have a second bucket getter to rely on, another all-star by his side, and someone to throw lobs to for 30 plus minutes a game. Memphis has a slew of picks and friendly contracts to make room for LaVine and make it worth Chicago's time. Other trade ideas involve moving on from Steven Adams. Going after a big like Miles Turner makes a lot of sense from an offensive and defensive perspective, but Adams was honestly a big reason why the Grizzlies took such a leap this season. His offensive rebounding, outlet passes to start breaks, screening, and passing ability all had massive impact on the team's success. Trading for Turner would be a good move, but hanging on to Adams might be just as equally a good move, if for different reasons. The number one priority for the Grizzlies should be to bring back Tyus Jones. They need him. He continuously leads the league in assist-to-turnover ratio and is arguably the best backup point guard in the league. Yes, he 100% deserves a starting role, but Memphis needs to do whatever it takes to keep him. Kyle Anderson would be a nice asset to keep, even if the Grizzlies wait until the trade deadline to make a move and decide to package him in a trade. If they can't keep him, Zaire Williams is ready to step up and take more minutes. If Brooks and Anderson are both gone, Williams would be in a position to thrive as one of the core rotational pieces of this young Grizz team. The Grizzlies have the ability to make massive moves this offseason, but only if they want to. They could sit on their picks for this year and next year and use them to replenish any lost depth to free agency. Or they could make a move and try to go into win now mode for a title. Memphis is one of the most fun teams to watch in the league, and if they can go and grab another star to play next to Ja, then we as NBA fans could be looking at a dynasty in the making. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of our 2022 NBA Offseason Guide series. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a new episode drops. This is Jackson Law from Vendetta Sports Media, signing off, and I will see you guys next time.